Some more good news for Xbox fans, and in particular, I think this is going to pique some interest for a lot of you because I feel like it is just that good of news. So, we always sort of live in this world where, we kind of go, okay, well, is that good? Is that bad? We all kind of question that, when stuff happens. At the same time, I'm kind of looking at this and I'm going, listen, I look at this and I think it's a good thing, and I see a lot of fans get excited about this stuff, and that makes me excited as well. And at the end of the day, it's just one of those things where fans have to understand that Microsoft is like this big company and they're gonna do what they want to do, and very little is going to change in terms of kind of what we're gonna get. Like, we could sit there and complain a little bit or whatever, but at the end of the day, if the majority aren't doing that, nothing's really gonna happen. Nothing's gonna change. This is interesting though, cool stuff. I think very good news. I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel. It means a lot to me personally. If you guys could do that. With that being said, I do daily gaming content. So every day you can look forward to a little something from me, which is cool. I like doing the videos and all that kind of stuff. I try to be informative. I try to be, entertaining. So hopefully that comes through for you guys as well. Now listen, if you're an Xbox owner, there's a good chance that you're probably subscribing to Game Pass. Obviously, Game Pass is is the thing that keeps some people keep going, with being an Xbox owner. What I mean by that is, whenever Xbox loses exclusives or whatever the case may be, a lot of people go, oh, well, they got Game Pass. That's all I care about, And so there is like that group of people that realistically, honestly, only care about Game Pass. So is that something that you look at personally? Like, I think that's something that we all should probably kind of look at and go, oh, you know what? That's definitely a reason to subscribe to Game Pass, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, people subscribe to Game Pass, they look at that maybe as something even better than having like a good amount of exclusives or whatever the case may be. I personally don't, but there's people out there that do that, and so as I drop my stuff, it could be looked at as sort of these different situations. Now for me, I think if you have a console, you really need like exclusive content. Like, there's not really any other way to kind of be real about it. You need content, but Game Pass is cool, and if you are you're getting a pretty cool game. So Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled is coming to Game Pass this week. They're going to add another Activision Blizzard title on December 4th. So they've announced plans to bring it to Game Pass on December 4th. The news was confirmed on X on the official Game Pass account. Developer Beanox, they published it by Activision in 2019. Crash Racing Nitro Fueled is a remake of Naughty Dog's Crash Team Racing, which was released for the original PlayStation in 1999. Comfortably the best kart racer on the PS4 and Xbox One, and earning a credible second place on the Switch. This is seriously impressive calling card for its unsung makers, according to this review. Following Microsoft's huge acquisition of Activision Blizzard, Diablo 4 became the publisher's first Game Pass title when it hit the service in March. It has since been followed by Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, Call of Duty games, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6 as well. So yeah, they also put out the Spyro Reignited trilogy. It was claimed over the summer that Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 was being lined up for Game Pass as well. Headline additions to the Game Pass in November included Microsoft Flight Simulator and Stalker 2. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will hit the service when it's released on December 9th. Earlier, Bethesda released the game's launch trailer, which I'm going to link this stuff in the description. You guys can check it out. But again, I think it's a really cool game. It is a great kart racing game, and I know if you're not if you're not a Nintendo person or have a Switch or whatever, then you probably don't get to play a good kart racer very often, because obviously Mario Kart is the one that everybody kind of looks to and goes, oh, okay, well, that's the best one. We used to get more. Like, remember the Sonic kart racing games? Like, those were amazing games, especially that Transform one or whatever. But it's like, I guess that series is long gone. It's funny when we actually get competition and better games and things. It's so funny to me that this kind of happens the way that it does, and then it kind of cuts away the competition, in my opinion. But still, I think any kind of added bonus to Game Pass is good, and this is really a great game to be added to the service. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's easy to split hairs with this stuff. I mean, I've seen this game go for $10 on like some of the sales and stuff that Microsoft had. But, it really just kind of depends on what type of gamer you are. But if you do have Game Pass, you got a good one lined up that's going to be coming to the platform. At the end of the day, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good day for, for Game Pass owners. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's actually pretty cool to kind of see and see how gamers are kind of reacted to that as well. Nice to see that. I hope that they add more, more games to the service soon. Like from the Activision deal. Like there's rumors that they might actually add, they might actually come along and add, some of the old Transformers games and things like that. They got delisted, and hopefully that's something that you guys understand. Why I'm so critical of like having physical options, right? Because stuff, once it gets delisted, they can, and it's digital, they can just, you never have that right to that again. And sometimes in certain cases, you've had it where they've taken the game right out of your library. So it is weird to me to see stuff like that happen. But, like I said, anything can happen. When it really kind of comes down to what's going on with Microsoft and how they kind of handle this stuff, I think that they could put out more games for sure, but we'll see if they're able to actually get out there and make sure that gamers have like some of this cool stuff to kind of play, because what other point was there, honestly, other than to go out there and have games for Game Pass, right? Like if it wasn't something there for everybody to kind of jump into and play, then what other point was there, right? Like, I'm just being honest about it. I like, people always ask me, like, they go, oh, you're really critical of Xbox, but, your page is full of really pro Xbox stuff. And it's like, listen, Sony's doing squat. Like, I'm just being honest. They're doing squat. If Microsoft had any kind of balls to them, they would have destroyed Sony. Like, Sony's having the worst generation I think they've ever had, in my opinion, and they can't get out of their own way. And Microsoft, the only thing they've done is every time Sony screws up, Microsoft will screw up worse, right? So yeah, it's like, it's really kind of ridiculous that kind of stuff happens, but it is. It's like, I'll give you a good example. Like, Microsoft put on a good showcase. They showed off a lot of good looking games, and then what did they do at Gamescom? They go, oh, here's one more thing. It's Indiana Jones coming to PlayStation, right? I mean, people were already kind of iffy on Xbox, and then they go ahead and kill it even further. Sony has the massive flop with Concord, and what does Microsoft do? 2 days later, they literally fire thousands of people. So, again, they tend to kind of do these things to themselves, and it's super unfortunate. But, they could really be taking advantage of Sony's lack of first-party content. It's weird to me that they haven't been able to do that. And we'll see what happens. But, I think that, anything can happen in the future, and we'll see, some good things from Microsoft. We'll see some bad things from Microsoft. I think it really just kind of depends on what's going on. So, at the end of the day, this is nice to see from Xbox, and, it's just one of those things where, Xbox fans realistically need to understand that, it's going to be a little bit more at Microsoft's pace than anything else. So I appreciate you guys for watching. What do you guys think about this? Are you guys excited about some of this stuff? Are you happy that that Microsoft is finally starting to add more from the archives there of Activision. What else would you like to see? Would you like to see those, that Deadpool game? Would you like to see the the Transformers games? Let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. If you guys like the videos, please do so. Like the videos and stop by often. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Crap gamer out.